That was a very good run towards the latter part. Oh, just missing. They had 38. If they made that 7-pointer.
I'm sorry. I really, if I distracted you.
If they made that 7-pointer.
That would have been
ouch.
it. That would have been it. But hey, that was not meant to be. So still JRU and Adamson holding on to the 43-point tally that they had in the first round. All right, let's move on with more of the 2-3 ball competition. Straight and through from tap, representing the UAAP 67th season champion, the De La Salle Green Archers, Joseph Yo and Mac Cardona. Mukhang Mac, Seth, do you still have hangovers from your celebration? Baka,
which was just 2 days ago.
Baka puro kapos yan, ha? And yes, you can use any kind of shot if you want to.
Yeah, even those teardrops.
Okay, here we go.
Hook shots from beyond the arc.
Cardona from the 3-point spot. Yo from the free throw line. 10 seconds gone by. Sabi ko na eh. May hangover pa eh. Now remember, you have to make sure that half of your foot is inside that marker. If that goes in, hindi dapat counted yun. Dahil Joseph, make sure, nothing there. Okay, Mac goes back to the 7-point marker, rims out. Joseph back at the 8-point marker with 20 seconds remaining. Cardona, 15 seconds. They go for 6 on this one. Gets the roll.
Last 10 seconds.
Couple of shots maybe for La Salle. And they go back to the 8-point marker. 4 seconds remaining. Time for one more. Maybe at close range. And the classic. Will that go? Yes. Well, you know what a finish. Captain Hook finishing with the hook for the 2-3 ball competition set for the guys from the Green Archers.
Well, they never got the range really from beyond the arc, but they got some good shots from mid-range, so we will see what their tally will be. Will it be enough to beat the tied score of Adamson and JRU, which is 43 points?
Mukhang inaantok pa kasi si Joseph at si Vampac. You know, we can't blame them. Very euphoric after getting their championship, their 7th here in the UAAP. So again, the score to beat is 43, and that was tallied by JRU and Adamson. And that is the final tally for Joseph Yo and Mac Cardona, 34. Not good enough yet. Maybe next year, guys. Maybe next year.
All right, right up now, we got from Moraita, representing the FEU Tamoraos. Please welcome Jobim Garcia and Jed Cutler.
The runners-up for season 67.
Looks like these guys are going to be shooting with their warm-up jerseys on.
Well, like I said, no, DJ, malamig dito sa the Big Dome right now. It's all part of your Saturday afternoon extravaganza. Jobim starts from close range. Jed.
You said malamig, right?
Freezing is more like it with that shot. Bawi.
Yeah, let's see if Jed can get his... There you go.
There you go. That should do well for his confidence. 35 seconds remaining. And Jobim from the 4-point marker. Nothing there. You know, it takes confidence to make shots like those too.
Exactly. Well, we'll see if these guys can get the rhythm as we've got 20 seconds to go. We've seen a lot of firsts in this 2-3 ball competition. The first time a ball was stuck between the backboard and the shot clock. First time a guy loses the leather as he attempts a shot.
8 seconds remaining. Jed rattles that out. Jobim attempts from 7 points, yes. And a second remaining, and they scavenge for 2 points underneath the pair from the FEU Tamoraos, Jed Cutler and Jobim Garcia.
Well, they didn't get their hot start right away. Picked up some points from mid-range towards the middle part. They never really focused on the 7 and the 8 points like what some of the other teams have done to help rack up their scores. So we will see what their final tallies will be. Again, these are not yet the final official scores.
That's right.
Because we might have some penalties or even some bonuses to add or subtract from later on.
26 points for Jobim and Jed Cutler, and again, not enough to go up against the 43 of Adamson University and, of course, the JRU Bombers. All right, here we go. Let's move on. Ready to face all challengers from Moralia, representing the Letran Knights, Aaron Aban and Jonathan Aldave. The Letran Knights, TJ, will be the hosts for season 81.
Yes.
For the NCAA. Aldave starts off from underneath. Aban goes to the 7-point marker, releases a little bit long. 45 seconds remaining on their clock. Only a conversion so far for the duo from Letran. Aban is short on that one. Aldave from 4 points.
Still nothing from beyond the arc and no rhythm so far for the Knights.
24 seconds remaining, and Aldave finds that one from the 6-point marker. Aban finally hits one.
Last 15 seconds.
10 seconds remaining. Time for a couple more shots. Aldave throws it up. Long one. One last one from the 8-point marker. That's not good enough for Aaron Aban and Jonathan Aldave. You're watching the 2-3 ball competition, all part of the 2004 UAAP NCAA All Star side events for the benefit of Bantay Bata 163.
Well, these guys, another team who really could not get that warm as they tallied 19 points here in our 2-3 ball competition. Parang nakakatotoo yung theory ko kanina eh. Yung
the longer you sit down,
the less warm you are. The more cold you are, and as you said, it's really cold here to begin with, and we will see how they can pick up the heat as we move on. Right now, originating from Las Piñas, representing the UPHSD, Altus, Kyle, Misa, and Noy Javier.
Very explosive duo. Misa and Javier will try their luck. See, when I watch the coverages, TJ, I sometimes make a mistake about these two guys when they're playing together. I mean,
and I can see why.
Both very speedy and both very deadly from the outside. 10 seconds gone by. They go to the 8-point mark and they rim that out. One more for Javier. Nothing there. Misa goes to the 8-point mark finally. He rattles that one in. 35 seconds remaining. Javier has not found his touch. Misa from 7. No go. They're running out of time here with 23 seconds remaining. Javier has struggled. Actually, both have struggled from the outside.
Last 10 seconds to go. Finally, a shot from the 8-point mark.
And they're going to try to milk it from there. Javier again. A couple of shots. And then they scavenge for 2 points at the end of the buzzer.
So they picked up a bunch of points towards the latter part of their 60-second time limit. And we'll find out if they had enough to get up there with the leaders of the pack.
Boy, those 43 points that were put up by Adamson and JRU have been a tough standard, a tough benchmark for the teams here at the 2-3 ball competition. Let's see. The Altus get 31 points. Javier and Misa not good enough to beat JRU and Adamson. Okay, let's move on now. Making a big splash from TAP. Representing the NCAA champion, the PCU Dolphins, Daryl Santos and Jericho Jimentita. And it officially starts now. 60 seconds for the NCAA champions. What a story for these guys.
Oh, yeah, wonderful story for the Dolphins this season. You know, Boom, you mentioned earlier that so far the 43 points has been a little bit daunting for these teams to meet. Interestingly, last year, you know, the 3 teams that tied in first place, CSB, FU, and LaSalle. They all scored 62 points.
Wow.
The shooting was hotter last year.
I wonder what was the difference? The air conditioning in the venue.
Maybe, or for those who should be up next, they should be bouncing up and down and warming up already as compared to sitting down and waiting.
That's a good idea. 15 seconds remaining for the clock for PCU. Santos throws it up from the 6-point mark. Nothing there. Jericho from 8 points. Yes. 3 seconds left. Maybe time for one more shot from the 7-point marker, and that's it. The NCAA champions might come up short again for that 43-point benchmark that we have set in the first round, TJ.
Well, we've had some teams who have come very close. We've had some teams at 35, 38, 34s, and they realize after they get the scores that if they made that last shot or those last 2 shots, they could have been up there with the leader. So right now from the PCU Dolphins, they tallied 30 points. Of course, unofficially, as we will still find out what bonuses or penalties we will imply on their scores.
That's right.
All right, now, our last team shining brightly from Taft Avenue, representing the CSB Blazers, the defending champions in a 2-3 ball event. Please welcome Louis Abad and Paolo Orbeta.
All right, and the clock officially starts for the Blazers, the defending champs in this competition. 10 seconds gone by, and they go to the 8-point mark.
Looks like they're just focusing on that 8-point and the 7-point mark.
Wasn't it like that strategy that worked for them last year?
I think so.
They got penalized. They were subtracted 2 points.
But hey,
they made a lot from 8 and 7 to try to beat 43. This is our last pair, ladies and gentlemen, for the 2-3 ball competition. 20 seconds remaining. They go back to that spot. Doesn't get the roll. 8 points, nothing there. 10 seconds remaining. 6-point mark, yes. Couple of shots for that 3-second shot clock. Here we go. For 8 points, CSB Blazers, draining that one. I wonder if that strategy will work this year again, TJ.
We'll see if they were able to rack up enough big shots from beyond the arc over there at the 6, the 7, and the 8-point marks to hopefully get close or even surpass that 43-point benchmark so far we have for our leaders in the first batch of shooters.
And that is good enough for only 38. Imagine what an 8-point shot would have done to that to the final tally of the CSB Blazers. Now, again, we don't have a championship round for the 2-3 ball competition. The tandem that has the highest score will become champion, but because earlier we had an official score of 43. Better yet, let's check out all the scores here in the second round. And what do you see, TJ?
Well, you got there from UE and Ateneo tied with 38 points. Cardona and Yo for LaSalle with 34. You got FEU standing with 26. From Letran, you got 19, and the 31 from UPHSD, 30 from PCU, and CSB finished it up with 38 points. So the highest that we have from this second batch, 3 teams tied for 38 points, and all of these guys are now regretting they missed their last shot.
The last 8-point shot. I'm also going to show on your screens right now the tally from the first round, TJ. That is the official tally, and as you see on top of the heap, the JRU tandem and the Falcons tandem also tied at 43 right now. So what's going to happen, DJ?
So as we mentioned, we do not have a finals round for this 2-3 ball competition, but since we do have a tie, we will have to settle this tie with a shootout between JRU and Adamson.
But the clock will be down to 30 seconds for this one, all right? Okay. So we're going to start off right now with the pair from Adamson University, Leo Canuday and Patrick Cabahug. They had 43 points. Now they have 30 seconds to try to accumulate as many as they can.
So now the time is much less.
Obviously, TJ, what can you do? Can you go just 8 and 7? Do you go to the safer spots?
You can still do the same thing, but this time you can't wait to get warm towards the latter part of your shot clock. Last year in the tiebreaker, CSB still scored 38 points in 30 seconds. So it is possible to rack up a big amount of points. Last 15 seconds, guys.
Every shot counts in this tiebreaker, this shootout that we have. Cabahug gets another 8, and then 2 for Quinday. Cabahug stays.
This will be big.
Comes up short on that one. This is going to be interesting.
That would have been a big one right there if that had gone in.
That's right. Noy Quinday and Patrick Cabahug. And after 30 seconds of the shootout that we have here in the 2-3 ball competition, again, they are involved in the tie with JRU. That is the reason why we have this shootout. Be interesting to find out how many points they racked up in 30 seconds. That's tougher because there's more pressure involved.
Yes.
The 21 points for the Adamson University Falcons. And that is the score to beat now for the duo from JRU.
Interestingly, they know now what kind of a score they have to beat.
Yes.
So they know that it's got to be more than at least 21 points for JRU. And right now we'll call them back on court for their turn for this tiebreaker. Please welcome from JRU once again, Vicente and Mark Lindaya.
Boy, Vicente has been shooting all afternoon here at the Big Dome, starting from the three-point competition.
He gave you a nice smile, probably saying, boom, I'm not yet tired.
I'm not yet done, huh?
Look at that.
No, keep quiet.
Okay. So these two are going to focus on this 8 and 7 point markers. Looks like this is their strategy for this tiebreaker. The problem will be, though,
15 seconds.
The problem here, Boom, these shots have long rebounds if they miss.
That's right. That's correct. Up. They send it out. 7-point mark. That's short. A second to go. Vicente. No. It won't go.
Whoa. Well,
apparently he was done, TJ, for the afternoon.
He had one big shot to start it off there with a 30-second tiebreaker attempt. But we'll find out if their tally was enough to beat the 21 points of Leo Quinday and Patrick Cabahug of the Adamson Falcons.
And I'm sure there were no more penalties involved here in the shootout. 8 points for the pair from JRU. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. The champion for the 2-3 ball competition goes to the Adamson University Falcons. We're talking about Patrick Cabahug and the rookie Leo Quinday. There you go, the champions on your screens. And there's more. Here are the 2004 UAAP NCAA All Star side events, all on Studio 23. Slam dunk competition is coming up next. Stay where you are, please. For UAAP NCAA All Star side events live on Studio 23, all for the benefit of Bantay Bata 163, Boom Gonzalez and TJ Manotok. And here we go, the high flyers of college basketball, TJ.
Well, this is what a lot of people have been really waiting for. It's time for our slam dunk competition.
All right, but to know more about this competition, so let's check out the rules first.
Option of 2 attempts, 1 to count, 40 seconds. Criteria: successful attempt, 5 points. Difficulty, 2 points. Execution, 2 points. Impact, 1 point. Total scores of judges. Dunk off, 20 seconds. Option of 2 attempts, 1 to count. Top 3 finalists after elims.
Of course, we always have a distinguished panel of judges to decide on the various slam dunks that you'll see later on. And we'll start off with our friend, our partner, and what we call the professor from ABS-CBN Sports, Mr. Randy Sakdalan.
And our next judge is the EVP and Chancellor of the University of Perpetual Health Delta System. Please welcome Dr. Ramon Cercado.
Ladies and gentlemen, also joining them is the head of the UP Technical Committee, Professor Kiko Diaz.
And of course, representing ABS-CBN, the Vice President of Sports, Mr. Peter Musngi.
And finally, the legend in Philippine basketball and in skywalking in general, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Samboy Lim. Pwede pa sumali yan eh.
Join pa yan. Pwede pa yan.
Pwede pa sumali yan. All right, DJ, the first six.
All right, let's get it on right off the bat. First of all, a Bulldog who supplies instant offense from National University. Please welcome Chris Catamora.
Chris Catamora muffs the first attempt. Now, the judges will not score, DJ, until the final attempt.
Yes.
All right? You have to tell them if you're happy with the dunk that you just executed. That's how it is.
Within the time frame allowed.
All right, here we go. Chris Catamora missing on the makeup dunk attempt, and that will elicit automatically 5 points from the judges, all of our 5 judges, TJ. So a cold start for Chris Catamora here. As you look at the judges' scores, automatic yan, you'll get a 25 on a missed dunk attempt. All right, so from the National University, you had Chris Catamora. All right, let's move on now with our second high flyer, our rookie forward from the Adamson Falcons. Let's all welcome Eli Johnston.
Put a little bit of acrobatics in that one. One more attempt for Eli Johnson. It's okay, he's still got 20 seconds to go.
20 seconds. Tough dunk to execute.
I think he used up his energy with a cartwheel attempt.
All right, one more. Pwede po ba? Are they allowed? No, or only 2.
Only 2 attempts.
Only 2. Only 2. So, sorry, Eli. Well, those are the rules. Again, you only get 2. The one, if you're happy with the first one, TJ, well and good. But if you miss it, automatically you get a second one, and again, automatically you get 25 points, 5 from all the judges.
All right, well, there we have it. Moving right along, we got a vital cog in the recent NCAA campaign, a guard from the San Sebastian Stags. Please welcome Red Vicente.
All right, he's warming up. Okay, 40 seconds. Vicente. Ooh. A first dunk conversion that we've had this afternoon.
So he has to decide if he likes that already, or he can choose the second one, which one he wants to judge.
Asking. Wala pang ano yan, score yan. They will only score if you tell them that is the dunk that you're gonna work with that.
And he's good with that.
He's gonna play it safe, and he's good at that. Vicente will not attempt another dunk, and our judges scores.
I think it's a 9 from Samboy Lim.
Samboy Lim. Must have been the socks, no? No?
No.
All right, there's more of the slam dunk competition as you look at the scores for Vicente, 41. And let's also recap the other scores that we have earlier, TJ. We had a couple of missed dunks rather. First is Vicente with that flyer. And look at the legs also. Of course, that's all part of the showmanship.
Yep. And the distance from the dotted line.
Wow. Wonderful angles of that dunk that elicited 41 points from our judges. And that's the score to beat so far, obviously.
That's right, because the other 2 didn't get to make their dunks. Automatically, they got 25s. So we will see later on if the other competitors can remain warm and hot.
That's right. We have to mention, though, as we look at the recap of our first round, obviously, right, Vicente lording it over with 41, and Catamora and Johnston coming up with 25 points. All right, there's more of the slam dunk competition right here in the Big Dome. When we come back, please stay with us. Welcome back, and you are watching us on Studio 23 for the 2004 UAAP NCAA All Star side events, all for the benefit of Bantay Bata 163. And we're coming to you live from the Big Dome, and we are doing the slam dunk competition, DJ.
Yes, we are. Something everybody's been waiting for, although some unfortunate things happened in the first 3 dunkers. 2 of them missed their dunks, and only 1 successful dunk so far. That was from Red Vicente. And moving right along right now for our next batch of dunkers. He's an all-around forward who led his team back to the NCAA Final Four from the San Beda Red Lions, James Hudencial.
James Hudencial, ladies and gentlemen. "40 seconds. You know, some of the dunkers might want to stretch and warm up already. Like, I see KG's
stretching out.
He's getting ready to defend this title. James Hudencial all the way. Yeah. Oh! I have to say it. It's a slamma-jamma, TJ.
I like that one.
And the way he's walking back to the bench, I think he'll be happy with his first one. He will be happy with that dunk.
We got some 10s on the board. We got a 9. We got another 9.
We got another 9. We got 3 10s.
We got Professor Randy with a 9. Hard to please.
Tough crowd. DJ, I love the fact that this was cocked. Look at how far the ball was cocked back.
Look at
hindi lang iniwan doon sa taas eh. He cocked it back.
And look at the legs. Look at the legs up there.
And the concentration on the rim, and then the free hand. You know, looking aerodynamic on that flight. Wow. This is a beautiful view. And the scissors of the legs, that's what they call it when those legs just flail like that. And Hudencial comes up.
Wow.
With 48 points, ladies and gentlemen. We finally got a buzz from this crowd here at the Big Dome.
Our highest score so far from our first 4 dunkers. Well,
okay. A member of the Letran Knights is what we have next, who joined last year's competition at forward. Ladies and gentlemen, Miko Quinday. Now we have a benchmark. We have a standard.
Yes, we do. It's a 48. Remember, only top 3 scorers will
go to
advance to the finals. Ooh.
Almost, but not quite. Kala ko nakalimutan niya magtanggal ng warm-up jersey niya.
Well, he's got 22 seconds to go for his
you can think about it. Medyo malayo to. Okay.
15 more seconds.
Yeah, 15 seconds, Miko. Okay pa yan. Medyo kinapos.
Just short.
Good idea. You know, if he pulled that one off, TJ, if he pulled that one off, that would have been exciting. I've seen that done before. And, well, that automatically will get the 5 points from the judges, TJ, obviously, as we take a look at this attempted dunk once again.
It was a good bounce.
Yes, the first bounce was really good.
Just a little short.
Didn't get the elevation that he desired for that dunk, and obviously he will get a 5 from all the judges. Another 25 here at the slam dunk competition.
So there you go. That's 25 for Miko Quinday. Now moving right along, we got a big man who provided a big boost for the NCAA champion PCU Dolphins. Please welcome Carlos Cecilia.
So still, so far, it's the 48 of Hudencial. Here we go.
Cocking it, spreading the legs.
We'll see first if he's happy with that dunk.
Are you good with that?
He gives up the thumbs up. Remember, top 3, right? Top 3. That's all you have to look out for
And
or
so far,
aspire for here in this, as you see the scores, a couple of 9s and 3 8s. And let's look at that dunk again from Cecilia. From around 3 angles. Up, down, up again. There's another angle. You know, it might be a good strategy, although, of course, don't take me up on this, TJ, but, you know, since a lot of our competitors have had 25, as you see, the 42 now, courtesy of Cecilia, it might be good to go with a safe dunk with a lot of the 25s that we've seen here in the competition.
Well, it depends. If you're a competitor who wants to do this for fun and wants to give some flair to the fans, then go for everything. But if you want to win it, then maybe you want to go for the safe ones.
Then again, that's just me, and I can't dunk anyway. Let's move on now. An athletic rookie from Puerto Galera, from the UAAP champion De La Salle Green Archers, Rico Meirhofer. I've seen this guy dunk. Randy, you know it very well. You remember that dunk where he slammed it home and then his body also slammed to the floor because there was just too much elevation.
Well, let's see what Rico's got in store for us today.
No elevation on that one. He got a nice smile from Mac Cardona over there.
20 seconds for his redunk. Oh! Almost got it in there. That was
the rookie from De La Salle Green Archers will automatically get 25.
That was even harder than the other one who took off his shirt because he tried to reverse.
He tried to reverse. If he pulled that off, that would have been amazing. But this is what I'm talking about, TJ. Let's look at that again. He tried, and he got a good line for that one. Got a good bounce. Almost. I think it was the elevation that kind of like, maybe the pressure of being here for the first time. I don't know. You tell me.
Could be, could be.
25 points. You will join the 25-point club, TJ, right now.
The 25-point club. All right, right now, this year's UAP's most improved player. He is known for his mad hops and high-flying exploits. At forward from the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles, the baby rocket, the defending champion, JC Intal.
He is the slam dunk champion also in the PBL.
That's right. Okay. See what the baby rocket has in store for everybody today.
The next two competitors are pretty much the two guys that also duked it out for the PBL slam dunk competition. Everybody held their breath on that one. That is a Dominique Wilkins kind of a dunk if he got it to go.
The windmill all the way down to the waist.
Go! You know, sometimes, TJ, as we got a big buzz from the crowd here at the Big Dome, you know, sometimes, let's look at it again. Sometimes it's not just the dunk, TJ. It's the swagger right after. Look at the swagger. There's a little emphatic slam and then the swagger right after the dunk. Sometimes that will give you a 10.
And it's the flair when you go up there. You know, technically looking at this dunk, holding the rim, he didn't need to get himself up, but it was like swinging up there. So that was the nice move, the motion from the left side to the right side of the baseline. Awesome.
Does it get better than that? 50 points. And that was on his second dunk.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen. Woo! All righty. Let's get it on right now. This third-year sensation is certain to rock the rim. At center forward from the UE Red Warriors, KG Canaleta. And the defending champion of the slam dunk competition, the All Star slam dunk competition. So we have two champions to wrap it up here. So we had a 48 and a 50.
I wonder if this is KG's most aerodynamic hairstyle. if he's happy with that.
And you know,
he's happy with that.
The defending champion of the PBL and the defending champion of the All-Star both get 50. Wow. Let's look at that again.
Oh, come on.
You gotta be kidding me.
Come on.
And that is with his hair up. I wonder what happens if he gets his afro going.
Woo!
Let's get another angle on that one, TJ.
And that was a pure grip on the ball. Now, this may be a lot to compare him to Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan did something like that, but he had to cradle it with his arm. But wow, what a slam there by KG Canaleta.
Let's get a recap of the scores, although we kind of have an idea of who will be or who will enter the finals. But this second round of the slam dunk competition got the crowd going here at the Big Dome finally, TJ.
Well, it got everybody up on their feet as expected with these last batch of dunkers, which everybody knows. We've got the PBL slam dunk defending champion, JC Intal, and our own UAAP NCAA All Star defending champion in the slam dunk, KG Canaleta, as we wait. There you go.
Obviously, they both enter the finals with a 50, a perfect score. And then at the bottom of that ranking, James Hudencial from San Beda will go with him with a 48-point markup. Boy, well, it's definitely going to heat up. And that will all happen after we take a short break. But before that, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to give you finally the finals of our three-point shootout, and it's only happening here at the Big Dome. You're watching the 2004 UAAP NCAA All Star Games and the All Star side events here on Studio 23. Yeah, welcome back to the 2004 UAAP NCAA All Star side events, all for the benefit of Bantay Bata 163. You're watching us live over Studio 23. My name is Boom Gonzalez, together with TJ Manotok. And finally, we will find out who is the best shooter.
We will find out who is the best shooter between the best of the best from the UAAP and the best of the best from the NCAA. And interestingly enough, they're both Filipino Chinese players, and they both have their last name starting with the letter T.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the UAAP, of course, is Chris Chu, and from the NCAA is Vince Jonte, and we will start with Vince Jonte right away to find out who will be the three-point shootout champion. Vince Jonte had 25 points earlier.
Yes, 25 points out of a maximum 30, while Chris Chu had 17 points. Now, interestingly though, Vince John did compete in the 2-3 ball competition, so will this be either tire him out or keep him warmed up?
There's only one way to find out. Here we go. From the corner. And again, the benefit of being a set shooter, you know, you don't waste precious seconds. Plus, I believe it is more tiring for a jump shooter to execute those shots.
And not only is he a set shooter, he hardly moves his knees. Yeah, hardly moves. It's really all the arm. Slow start so far for Vince Jonte, but
usually likes this spot.
He loves the middle. He was perfect from there in the first round.
And this is where he gets his stroke. 25 seconds remaining. The money ball, he is way ahead of time. No need to hurry for Vince Jonte. But then some people like that rhythm that you get.
Yeah.
Money ball is out. 8 seconds. Now he has to hurry.
4, 3.
He can go for the money ball right away, actually. So Vince Jonte kind of cooled down, DJ. I don't know. I haven't really gotten my count in, but it seemed that he might have cooled down here in this competition for the finals.
Yes, not as hot as he was to start the day with a 25 out of a maximum possible 30 points. So we will see what his official tally will be here in the finals of the three-point shootout.
He has 11 points. That is totally surprising for, well, for those of you who know how this guy shoots, and if you base it from his performance earlier in the eliminations. All right, let's get the best from the UAAP. Up next, Chris Chu from Ateneo de Manila. And all he has to beat is 11 points. I mean, when I say all, it might be tough, but he shot 17 earlier.
But he hasn't shot since then, so we'll see if he got a little bit cold since that point.
Third attempt for the money ball. That one rattles out. Here you got to get your stroke by the second or third rack to figure out if you have a chance to beat it. Money ball is up, and he gets it to go. Top of the circle now.
He did pretty well here, too, in the first round, in the middle rack.
That's another 3. Money ball is up and in. Chris Chu is looking good. And I'm talking about his stroke, by the way.
Okay. I'll take your word for that.
I'm sure a lot of the girls agree with me anyway.
Okay.
When I say he's looking good. All right. Uh-oh. I hear girls shrieking in the background.
7 seconds to go, Chris.
6 seconds, Chris. 4 seconds. 2 is the last one.
Well, I wonder. This might be close. I was trying to count myself. It might be close. We'll find out.
I didn't want to count. I didn't want to involve myself in the counting. I was just watching all of the strokes and the touches.
There you go.
We officially have a champion for the three-point shootout. And we will award him later. We'll award him together with all our winners. Congratulations to Chris Chu of the Ateneo de Manila University for winning the three-point shootout. And now, as we straddle along here in the Big Dome, we are going straight into the finals, TJ.
Here we go.
Our slam dunk competition. We have settled the 2-3 ball competition. We have settled the three-point shootout. And it's now time to call back the competitors, the 3